I wanted to realize my idea, and I didn't include this in the review, but this is how it will be featured in the display, the animated Jack with the NBC fountain, to recreate one of the most iconic scenes in at least Halloween movie history. It's so freaking cool. This could not have been done with a 12-foot prototype. There had to be some sort of motion, and we have it. It's actually decently in scale. Obviously, Jack is too big, or this really is too small. This should be about 7 to 8 feet. Some people were commenting about 9. That would not work with this. It would be almost blocking the face, if not actually blocking the face. So, you know what? I will take the win for the scale. It's not great, but at the end of the day, it's going to be okay. The lighting is pretty good. Jack has 4 C7s. Yeah, this one has 6. I came to that conclusion after filming the review and then editing it. I was like, well, there are 3 in the fountain. Then I accidentally pulled one of the light strands down, and then they all fell at the bottom. So you guys watched that review, I'm assuming. This animated Jack cannot stand on its own. I actually think it looks kind of dumb by itself. There was literally only one way I would purchase this inflatable, and that was to have this, in the display. And I think it's going to be 100% worth it. It looks so cool. All in all, this is about, let's see, with the fountain being $115, Jack being $160, you're gonna have to spend about $275 if you want to do this. For any NBC fans, you know exactly what I'm trying to say here. So really surprised on how beautiful this turned out. It truly is beautiful. I absolutely love it. So Mom put in the wrong Home Depot address. This is the incorrect place of pickup. So now we're on our way to the correct Home Depot, which is 8 miles away. So at least it's not an hour that we drove just to waste our time. So this is the correct Home Depot, essentially. Is that our order confirmation?
It is.
You can't do that, bro. So we got the Werewolf. This is the correct pickup. The box is a little damaged, but I don't know. I think because it was FedEx. That's probably why. With my Inferno, it was, I guess, Home Depot was carrying service themselves. But with FedEx, I don't know. They kind of messed up the box a little bit. But he's amazing. He's the exact same size as the Inferno's box. I mean, the way these dimensions were correct. So, time to put it in the car. So just got my lunch. I am doing a little bit of the pre-filming for the Werewolf review. Very excited for it. Yesterday it rained. I would have filmed it Saturday and then uploaded it today, but it just rained and poured all throughout the day, so I was unable to do that. Really bummed me out, but I'll just do a Monday upload. You can see just a little bit better view of how messed up the box is. It's really damaged right here, and then even the bottom of it I had to retape, so it was coming out of it a little bit. Just not too great on their part. I guess it's FedEx's fault and not Home Depot's, but the box, at least from this angle that I'm filming it at, is going to look good, so that's what really matters. Now, yesterday I filmed a review on the 2007 haunted house with the twin pillars. It's currently drying. It's about done, so I'll put that away here for at least a couple days before I send it off to Jake for the additional fan. I've got the 3-headed dragon. That actually remained right outside my garage for about a week because I never found time to inflate it and have it completely dry. I have conquered that, and it will be put away and taken to the storage unit either today or tomorrow. If we look here, you can see just how much that fan is needed. I actually have my spare YEF 200 here at the back, not to prop this thing up or add any additional airflow, but to just dry the back of it because it wasn't getting any sunlight. So I think now, yeah, it's fine. That YEF 200 has more than one use. So if you ever have a spare fan or anything like that, just put it on your inflatable. I had it inside and it dried it, I would say, within about 30 minutes. The entire place was completely dry, and I had it here facing kind of that way, and then I faced it probably in that direction as well, and that covered literally every, I would say, square inch of the interior really nicely. So I'm impressed with that, and it just makes it super easy as well. You don't have to turn this thing inside out for it to get sunlight. It makes everything in terms of drying your inflatables out a lot simpler. I would also like to mention the Werewolf in the room, or at least outside. I have taken this to a certain shop for a very cool, I wouldn't say modification, but just more of an add-on in regards to the apparel. So that's going to be something that I am very much looking forward to showcasing in the display this year. It's something that I've heard no one discuss about doing to their werewolf, and I figured I would show you now what people are seeing, at least when they walk or drive by my house. Is it looks like, you know, you've got Darth Maul in the driveway. I mentioned that in my review, but now it really does look like it. The Inferno is fine. I'm probably going to keep it there probably until October when I move it into a different location. I will wait to reveal that. I want it to be a surprise, but the Inferno will probably stay up, and then I'll just move the Werewolf over there for a video I have to film with the Inferno and the Werewolf in one video together. I just got out of my last block of the day, and now I'm on the way to At Home. What's good is that the At Home store is actually 10 minutes away from my school and 30 minutes away from my house. So I figured I would just go pick up the 20-foot pumpkin stack. I called them yesterday just to double check that they had it. The lady said that they had just put them out. I called when I was getting fat off my cookout, so I was really in the mood for some good news. Quesadilla was actual shit. The store that's an hour and a half away from me actually had everything out, I think, Wednesday, and I was really contemplating driving the hour and a half to just go and get the pumpkin stack as soon as possible, but I figured this is just so much easier. It saves me money on gas, and I really did not feel like making the hour and a half trek just to go get the pumpkin stack a few days early, because I wouldn't even have time to film the review because of school. So there was really no point. I think that this way is just much better, and I'll still be home at like a reasonable hour or whatever. I mean, I'm going at 3:40. I was gonna work out. I think I'll just postpone that to either later today or tomorrow. So for right now, I'll just go grab the pumpkin stack and then head back to the house. Well, traffic was horrendous, but we are finally here at the At Home. Don't think they're gonna have like really anything on display, but I'll at least be able to purchase it. I wanted to film like an At Home walkthrough, but this is not that kind of At Home. Like, this is brand new. It's a tiny ass At Home, and we'll just see what we get.
By sheer coincidence.
Figured I would take the time to show you just the entire inflatable lineup. I just got out of Home Depot. I wanted to see if they had any Halloween actually out, and they don't. The store is really behind because they're a smaller store for sure. The lady told me, she was the lady who actually got my Werewolf for me when I came. No, I got the Inferno from here. I got the Werewolf from a different store. She said that everything would be out Saturday, so I'm gonna wake my ass up early, head over here and pick up really just whatever I need, such as the Spirit Twins. Maybe they'll have a Phantom, because my Phantom is still on back order, and I want that thing because I'm afraid that, I don't know, the back orders, if people know to do back order extension, then they're really not going to have a problem. I extended mine like mid-July. It was probably a week after Orange Friday, so I'll definitely be over here Saturday, pick up whatever I still want to get, because they are flying off of shelves like unbelievably. Employees are aware of it, right? Like she said, yeah, look, I know. So get over here Saturday morning, and that's what I'm gonna do. Now I'm about to take all that to the storage unit with a little bit of daylight, because they do, wow, that's actually beautiful, but they close at around dusk, so I'm gonna have to go very, very soon. Now I wanted to, before I take the Grinch back, actually inflate it just to get my thoughts on it and see if I really liked it, and I do. At $179, that's a lot for it, but at the same time, I think it's great. I love the fact that you get the book. I think that really sets this Grinch apart, along with the fuzzy material. That's wonderful. The fuzzy material is definitely best with the hands. It truly feels like I'm like shaking hands with what would be the real Grinch. It feels amazing, and there's not a lot of air that gets to it because the fabric is very, very thick. It's almost as if you're like pushing in on like the end of a pillow, or like a, I don't know, like a couch or something. That's what it feels like. And it's super fuzzy, just like the hugging teddy bear I have. It feels just like that. It's the same material, only green. Now, what's problematic in terms of the book is the fact that if you get really close, it looks a little bit fuzzy, like the printing was not super clear on it. But you know what? It doesn't matter, because once you stand back, it's not an issue whatsoever. The actual, I guess, illustration portion at the front looks much better than the text. Now the C7, I don't know why it's up here. Perhaps there's a strand that's being pulled one way or another. I don't know how it's really supposed to look. I don't feel like it's supposed to look like that. Now the rest of the C7s are in, you know, their ideal locations. This one though, just isn't quite right. It should be in the middle. It makes total sense for it to be. For mine, at least, it's not. I will look at Lucas's review, though, to see where it was in his. See if that is, incorrect, or if that is how all these Grinches are. I'm not sure. The face is probably people's biggest complaint on it. I honestly don't mind it. I like the unique face. It's more of a definitely grumpy expression, which I think is more true to the character, so I don't really know why it's not, as well received. As I step back here, it lights up decent, with the sun going down more and more. It's going to look better, but with that fuzzy material, it definitely comes at a price, so it's definitely a give and take relationship with the mixed media. Overall, though, I think this Grinch is stellar, and I would highly recommend getting your hands on one before they sell out. Now that it's pretty much dark outside, the C7s become less and less effective. I think I will end up putting a spotlight on this, and that's disappointing because I thought, I wouldn't have to make any extra purchases. Now this Grinch is really going to be a $200 to $210 investment. If you want to get your hands on one of these things, you're most likely going to want to do the same because, you know what? There's too much detailing. Like, it looks too good for it to be hidden at night. A spotlight, I think, for this thing really is necessary. Not ideal for sure, but that's just the way it goes sometimes, so it's definitely going to need some sort of exterior lighting, and you're probably going to want to do it.